welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Just about set for football as we welcome you to SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California. Tonight, AFC West rivals do battle. It's the Denver Broncos and the LA Chargers.
Los Angeles Chargers.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level.
Now it's Dobbins. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
First down, Denver.
Okay. This is like watching paint dry. What a waste of time.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contained rushing, especially on third down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And he's in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. It's up and good. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but That's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Left side, catch made by McConkey. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Pickup of the 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Charger first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And he'll get this up to the 44. Riley Moss, the corner, is there to end it.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 7. Disley is the man in motion. From the gun, it's Herbert. He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
And the Chargers.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They run it over center with Harris. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, we got more where that came from. Let's go. I want to see if we don't get
On play action. Now Herbert throwing right. That's Johnston. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, LA.
Chargers.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Tackled by P.J. Love. A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. They'll give it to Harris again. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Conklin goes in motion. They'll try to run for it with Harris. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So now, 4th down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers.
A 41-yard attempt.
And how about this early on? They blocked the kick.
In this situation, Mike, every coach on the sideline is yelling, watch the ball, watch the ball. So this is a gutsy move defensively to sell out and go for that block. Remember, if he times this jump wrong, that's a 1st down.
The Broncos offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. you start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
A run with Dobbins. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance, and you end up going backwards.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Throwing. Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Chargers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. This drive begins with a run by Harris. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Looking middle and complete with Allen. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. A gain there of 15. And the Chargers have the first down.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
Herbert now on first down. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one, and it'll lead to a second down.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt, and makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
Herbert going to try to throw on third down, and he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
That is left side and taken in by Allen. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Here's a give left side to Harris. Taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. We're back in Southern California in a moment. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 6. As we are ready to get back underway. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
That's another.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal. Holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chargers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Khalil McLaughlin now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Complete to J.K.
That pickup good for 29 yards.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Denver.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They send Sutton in motion. Nix now on 1st and 10. We'll get that complete to Franklin. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
At the 21-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the 21, here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Dobbins. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd down, 3 to go. Next, from the gun, on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it, and he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
1st and goal, Denver.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
They'll throw. It's Nix. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Nix to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain scheme.
That one taken in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown, Denver.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there 3rd and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14. Chargers 7.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Davis now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chargers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. It's 2nd down. Give up the middle to Harris. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. 23 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing, Herbert. Now the screen set up for Harris. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
No gain on the play.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Catch made there by Allen. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on downs. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll give it to Dobbins. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
17 yards, the gain there.
Broncos.
1st down, Broncos.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8. A tick under 2 minutes until halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. Whoa. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
You can see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he's close to another 1st down. He'll step out right at that 1st down marker.
And inches at the Chargers' 22-yard line.
2nd and inches. A handoff as they try to run it here. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down.
And a Broncos 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. He's got it at the 3. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
A 4-yard loss on the play.
Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second.
At the 5-yard
Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
I think this is one of those cases, Mike, where simple is better than creative. They try to get fancy, and not only do they not get the ball into the end zone, they don't even get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to see here, this could end up costing them 6 points.
Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Big play coming up. Third and goal. Throwing is Nix. In trouble, and down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal.
28-yard
This
attempt.
about as short as you can get. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. This is Hassan Haskins to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
The Chargers offense and veteran Keenan Allen set for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their second, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. He'll get this complete left side to Johnston. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Now a signal, timeout called, 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Davis. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then. The Chargers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. And they'll take this up to the 30. Pick up the 5.
Riley Moss brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 5. A run. Here's Harris. And that's going to be good for Chargers first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On play action, it's Herbert. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd
and this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
He'll find an open man. It's Allen. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
16 yards.
A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, LA.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Cornerbacks are drafted for their coverage ability. We see it year in and year out. Teams want to fortify their pass defense, but when they can come up in run support, it's just an added bonus for a defense. And this young rookie, he was one of the best picks available last year's draft, and we can see why.
Allen in motion. Throwing now is Herbert. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The tackle made.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
A 6-yard.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. And back deep is Marvin Mims. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line.
First and 10.
The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
11-yard line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. He'll step up and run this. Good idea there to cover up at the end. He's able to use his legs and pick up 8.
And it brings up.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
First down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Nick Bonito getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. No play fake. Herbert. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over possession here at the 44.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, like the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Play action now. It's Nix. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he will have a Broncos 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Lily Gilman up to make the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He takes off.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw is Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That screen goes for 12. And that's a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. 17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the first down.
We spend a lot of time recognizing and praising the performance of a lot of these skill players, and rightfully so. But, Mike, the blocking and the performance of the big guys up front, that is the reason this offense continues to operate at such a high level. He has all the time in the world to stand there in the pocket and continue to find open targets downfield in the passing game. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Here's a 2nd and 12. They'll go play action with Nix. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's into the end zone. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Denver. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. The Broncos up their lead. It's now 24-7. All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Haskins now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. That one complete to Johnston. Nice game on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. The question now, will the play stand? Motion man is Johnston. From the gun, it's Herbert. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That one complete to McConkey. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Disley is the man in motion. So 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Third and 9. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's a 2nd and 6. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It was actually a really nice play design. I just don't love the execution. So with this RPO, what you're hoping is you can hold that extra defender near the line of scrimmage, and it allows your guy to kind of leak out behind them, but just didn't look like the timing and that everyone was on the same page, and ends up kind of being a wasted down.
They'll set up the screen to Hampton. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Bounds inside the 45-yard line.
And the Chargers,
a gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Herbert to the air again. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. A pass taken in by Harris. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line. 3rd and 6. Now Herbert again. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down. It's a big one for the Chargers. 32 yards.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
This one caught at the floor. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
2nd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the board. It just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal.
Justin Herbert scrambles from the pocket.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force 4th down.
Some extra bulk out there. They're going to roll the dice and go for it on 4th and goal. Needing the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense. They're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Broncos offense ready to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Now it's Dobbins. Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. And that's the first thought in your mind, running a play from the 1. If you're the defense, trap them back behind the line, get a safety, and that's exactly what they do with the good stop there.
This is one of those situations, Mike, where the defense really understands what's coming. They know the offensive point of view is to just try to give themselves a little breathing room, move it away from the goal line, and in this case, they're able to capitalize, make the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20. Davis to return it. He's to midfield. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Yep, the man's dunked it. He's got it. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going for it all. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Yards to go.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it! And he will go all the way. Portland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Will Lutz.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Haskins now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and veteran Keenan Allen set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
And the Chargers.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game.
Are you kidding me?
Man, come on.
Better than this.
Now a 3rd and 2. Motion man is Johnston. Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Will Disley, the intended target that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Herbert. Another catch there for Johnston. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down. Herbert to the air again. He'll find Hampton out of the backfield. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack, but there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground It's incomplete.
He was covered by Patrick.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
Disley is the man in motion. On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. That one breaking up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That's taken in, and he will score! Pat McConkey, touchdown LA. He's got another one, his 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs.
And he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Broncos offense make their way out to take over once more. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no gain. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Play, running left, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with a 1:04 left to go in the game. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night from SoFi.